Justin, go ahead. We're not gonna be the same people anymore! Follow suggestion! How easily it works! Triumph, Galatea. Triumph. He thinks he murdered his father when it's I who killed him. Galatea, she'll come here now. Flesh and blood, not wax like you. And he shall be shut up in the house where they keep the mad. I, Gogol, will do that. He shall be shut up when it's I who am mad. But nobody knows that, excepting you and me. It's our little secret. And now, I shall pray to you for the last time.
And night and solitary grief was a victim of that happy illusion. The funeral brought a large number of followers and onlookers. Hans Geibenrath had once more become a celebrity in whom everybody was interested, and once again teachers, principal and vicar had a share in his fate. They appeared together in their frock coats and sun-top hats, followed by the bier, and stood by the graveside for a moment, whispering among themselves. The Latin teacher looked particularly sad, and the principal murmured, "Yes, he could have become someone. Isn't it tragic that one is so unfortunate with one's best pupils?" Along with his father and old Anna, who wept without ceasing, Blake stayed behind at the graveside. "Yes, it is very hard, Herr Geibenrath," he said sympathetically. "I was too fond of the boy." "It is incomprehensible," sighed Geibenrath. "He was so talented and everything was going well. School, examination, then, suddenly, one misfortune on top of another." The shoemaker pointed at the frock-coated men as they disappeared through the cemetery gateway. "Yes, there's a few of the gentlemen." He said in a quiet voice, "who have helped to drive him to this." "What?" said Geibenrath, as he stared, frightened and incredulous. "In the name of heaven, how? Don't worry, neighbour. I merely meant the schoolmaster." "How do you mean exactly?" "Oh, nothing. Just that. And you and I as well. Don't you think that perhaps we failed the boy in many ways?" A serene blue sky extended over the small town. The river glistened in the valley, and the pine-covered slopes showed as an attractive blue haze in the distance. The shoemaker smiled sadly. He took the arm of the man who was leaving behind him. The stillness and the strangely distressing thoughts that crowded in his mind, and was making his way backwards in hesitant, uneasy steps to the lower levels of his more normal existence.
Well, what we're going to talk about this afternoon, I hope, is unmanageability, the sort of chaos that resulted from drinking, drugging, how it affected your life, the lives of the people who were close to you. So,
manageability. A couple of years ago, myself and my wife bought a house, and I decided to pack up work. I thought that I'd get this house sorted out, and it would help me with my drinking. I attempted to go around every day and do so much work, but each day all I did was get a bottle of whiskey, drink it, and got very little work done. Eventually, I started to knock things down. Various things, walls and so on, mostly when I was drunk. And there was an outside loo. I knocked an awful lot of things down on blackout. and I practically burned the house down. It got to the stage that it was basically just a shell of the house left.
Huh?
It was just a shell. This is true.
How did you manage that?
Just gradually. I mean, the outside of the house was left. I knocked the interior walls down, would put up props. I stripped all the plaster. This was gradually done. This is over a period of 6 months, every day. And I decided in one stage to renew the plumbing. I woke up out of a blackout one day, and I went out to the loo, and it was just a heap of bricks. I didn't think it was funny at the time. I don't think it is now. But that was the progression of the alcohol with me. I mean, at the time, I didn't know. There was 2 children walking by the house one day, and they came in because the place was actually on fire, and I was lying on the floor, drunk. I had passed out. And if they hadn't woke me at that stage, the actual joists were burning, where I was burning rubbish in the fireplace. And they happened to go by and see the fire. They came in and woke me up. If they hadn't, I would have said another couple of minutes and I would have been burned alive. And that was on one afternoon sometime.
That didn't serve to wake you up, near
No, because I just had to get I was going from one bottle to another, and all I was getting was, I was selling stuff out of the house, furniture that we had, bits and pieces. The lead pipes, I was getting my gyro off the DHSS. And it was literally, it was right down to that. I then had to sell the car, which I had at the time.
That's so much.
I'd lost the license. I'd blacked out in court. All these things happened. And I still thought that I could control my drinking.